Hi, welcome back to my channel. Get ready for another week in the pantry challenge.
For breakfast I ate sourdough crackers with lemon tea. To use up the caramel that I made last week, I decided to bake some brownies. Since I baked bread, we had a sandwich for lunch. I put the rest of the canned black beans in a pan, added some spices, and let it cook for a while so I could mash them up. To the last bit of chives cream cheese left over, I added more cream cheese to stretch it further. I added to the bread and then the mashed beans on top. For my sandwich, I added a bit of fresh cilantro. As a snack, I drank a lemon tea and ate a chocolate chip cookie. For dinner, I went for curry to use up the last bit of coconut milk left over from the lemon bars that I made last week. I also added the last bit of broccoli that I had in the fridge. And for thickness, I added a small portion of soup. This is a great way to add vegetables to any meal, by the way. I added a bit of water to the sauce, and to do that, I used the coconut milk can to get every last bit of coconut milk left. And I also added canned black-eyed beans. I let it simmer for about 10-15 minutes and then serve it over rice. For breakfast, I had a slice of bread with the leftover chives cream cheese. So for lunch we are going to eat the tuna pasta, and I added a bit of cayenne pepper to mine. Also eating these 4 mandarins for dessert. As an afternoon snack, I will be eating the last bit of cashew butter. There's not much, as you can see. And I just put bread in there, small bits of bread, so I can scoop it with a fork and then we eat everything that's on it, so on the sides, the cashew butter. And for the last bit of bread, I put a bit of cream cheese. And with my snack, I'll also be drinking lemon tea. Nice and clean. So today for dinner, I thought of making something very simple. It's going to be pasta with poached eggs. We are big fans of that. I'm just doing a little twist since I have soup that needs to be eaten and the soup is a bit salty. I'm going to put that soup in the pasta water, so it will be a little bit of flavor in the pasta and vegetables. We need those. I ate the last lemon pie for dessert. For breakfast, I had a slice of bread with strawberry jam and peanut butter. We are going to eat a little bit later because I'm going to have a meeting, so eating these crackers made with sourdough starter. Discarded sourdough starter. Just before the meeting, and since Daniel was going to make the rest of the meal, I prepped the carrots in my manual food processor. It's really handy for things like onions and carrots and doesn't use any electricity. I will link it in the description box down below. The only downside is that it's a bit too loud. So for lunch we are going to eat a fish stick with rice made with the last carrot and frozen peas. As a snack, I went for 1 chocolate chip cookie and some sourdough crackers with just lemon tea. Since there was only 1 portion of rice for the bean curry, Daniel ate the rice and I decided to make bulgur for the first time for myself. I reheated the bean curry and added to the bulgur. It was great. I highly recommend this grain. For dessert, I ate one orange and one chocolate chip cookie 1 hour later. Breakfast was bread with cream cheese and the last green olives.
For lunch, we are going to eat the same thing that we did yesterday. So, fish stick with rice, with peas and carrots. For dessert, I'm going to be eating 2 kiwis.
Okay, as a snack, I'm going to eat these sourdough crackers with a bit of peanut butter.
Time to make some dinner. I defrosted chicken breasts in the morning and it's now defrosted, and also put this sauce. It's a peanut butter sauce. It has soy sauce as well, and it was a bit too spicy for us, and I guess it was too overwhelming, the flavors, and I tried this with tofu, and the tofu itself was great. It was like a bowl with rice, veggies and tofu and this sprinkled on top. However, since we didn't like it that much, maybe because we put too much sauce in it, I don't know, it was a sauce that I tried out from Pitch of Yum. I put this in the freezer, hoping to portion it in a way that we could eat it, because the flavor itself it's not bad, but when it's too much we don't enjoy it. So I'm going to use this, and I'll be also using this tomorrow. I'm going to put both black beans and chickpeas to soak overnight so I can cook them. Now that we have been doing this pantry challenge for almost 2 weeks, there's already space in the freezer. So I'm going to use this as a seasoning for the chicken breast. Also I have these green beans that I opened last week. I'm changing up the grains too. I think that I will use bulgur like I did yesterday. It was very quick and simple to cook, and we are big fans of rice, and it's a way to eat something else other than rice and use up that bulgur, that it's something that we won't default to. So rice is always the option. So now that I have a little bit of time to think and to actually cook, I'm going with the bulgur.
For breakfast, I decided to make pancakes. By the way, to make buttermilk, you just need to add 1 tablespoon of lemon juice to 1 cup of milk. I also used up the very last bit of butter, trying to get it all out. Another trick that I have to show you. I always make pancakes in a food container so I can save some of the mix for the next day. I know that I'll never use up all the batter, and it's a way to avoid washing one more dish. Pancakes are done. I'm going to be eating mine with peanut butter and strawberry jam. For lunch, I cooked the soaked chickpeas and added the rest of the peanut butter sauce. I added some warm water from the pasta to the container and shook it to make sure that I used up all the sauce. The last few minutes of the pasta cooking time was with the sauce and chickpeas to incorporate everything. Just making sure that the flavors are there.
I think that you are probably tired of me saying that I'm drinking a lemon tea, but I'm drinking a lemon tea. So for an afternoon snack, I'll be drinking this lemon tea and 1 cookie. I'm almost finishing these cookies. And I'm going to soak them in my tea. So the beans are cooked. I have here 2 jars of black beans and 2 jars of black-eyed beans, and just a little bit left over from both of them, and I'll probably going to add this to dinner. For dinner we are going to be eating something very simple, pasta with poached eggs, and we are almost running out of eggs, so we love eggs and we are almost running out of them, but it's part of the pantry challenge, so we got to eat those eggs. I've been also making sourdough bread. I'm basically always experimenting with different recipes to see one that fits me better and is most tasteful. We are almost running out of all-purpose flour, and I've decided to make a loaf only with all wheat flour. So I've been doing some folds on the bread and we'll bake it tomorrow for lunch.
For dessert, I had 1 orange. Made some pancakes for breakfast again, mine with strawberry jam and peanut butter, Daniel's with chocolate chip. Lunch was a simple spread made with canned tuna and cream cheese.
I'm going to start dinner. I'm going to be making potatoes with a little bit of meat. The potatoes themselves I haven't started using up. Since they have a very thin skin, I'm just not going to peel them. It's nice because I don't really feel like cooking much, so I really want a shortcut. I will just wash them thoroughly and chop them up. And I will season them with red pepper paste. It's something that I do with my mom every year and it's really flavorful. I have here a small chicken breast and pork chop, and I'll be roasting the 2 of them. It's going to be 2 different meats, mainly because it's not enough for the 2 of us, and we'll just divide by half and eat both the different meats and to use up everything that we have. Today I was feeling very lazy and ended up sleeping and waking up again and then sleeping again, so I didn't eat any breakfast. I'm just going ahead and do lunch. So for lunch I'm going to use this pasta made with peas. I bought it because I thought it was really interesting that it's a pasta made with peas and it has a lot of protein, so I'm just going to make this with the tomato sauce. Since I don't have a lot of things to give flavor, normally I would add mushrooms or things like that, but I will just perhaps try to add some miso paste and a lot of seasonings to add flavor, and hopefully it will be good. Change of plans. The pasta itself is awful and I'm not very picky, but the pasta is really bad. So I'm going to do a regular pasta. I hate wasting food. So I'm going to try maybe making some savory muffins later, but that pasta, no.
We are going to eat popcorn as a snack while watching television. I'm also going to eat these 4 mandarins, last ones. For dinner I made pancakes and used up the last egg.
We just ate the pancakes, they were really good, and for today that's it. But I just wanted to say that I actually made muffins out of the pea pasta. It actually turned into a paste, and I just mashed the rest of it and made these savory muffins. I'm unsure whether or not they are actually good, but I'm not going to taste them today. I just don't feel like it. there was still a lot remaining other than these ones. So everything else I will put in a ice cube tray and freeze it, and then use 1 cube at a time in soups. So I think that this way I could make it taste less bad. There's no other word. That's it for today. Thank you so much for watching. See you next week. Don't forget to subscribe. Bye.